Tiwa Savage is a Nigerian singer, actress, and songwriter. She's well known in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, and she has done incredibly well over the years to promote her name and to gain fame in what she does, in her chosen profession. But very recently, there was a video that circulated and went viral on social media about sexual moments that he had with someone whose face is not reflected in the video. You know about the video. I know a lot of you have watched the video, and the video created talking points all over the country, led to the suspension of the deals she had with some multinational companies, and the talking point is still continuing, and the internet is awash with all these. Now, my mission here is to discuss the issues of law surrounding the release of sex video by anybody. What does the law say about it? Does the law not frown? Does the law not create consequences for any such action? When you do something, when you record someone's weakest moment, you record it, and then you want to use it to make money from the person. You also want to use it to intimidate the person and make the person perpetually your slave, and so on, as a result of what you recorded at the weakest moment of that person. Are there no legal consequences? These and many more are the things I'm going to discuss in this very edition of You and the Law. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Ekeminidim. I'm the host of You and the Law, and on You and the Law, I discuss the issues of law in the breaking news. I also discuss issues of law surrounding everyday living for the purpose of giving everybody the basic principles of law at your fingertips to be able to use in society. Now, who leaked that video? Was it Tiwa Savage that leaked the video? Or was it the blackmailer that leaked the video? Now, if it was the blackmailer that leaked the video, then that person is culpable, is liable in law. What was the motive for leaking the video? The only motive would have been to intimidate her. The only motive would have been to put her into public shame. The only motive would have been to extort money from her as a result of that video, and there are legal consequences here. I'm going to read a section to show to you that these are conducts that have been criminalized by the law, and so if you are into these, you should be able to understand that there are consequences. Now, for purpose of clarity of this conversation, let me read the sections clearly displayed on the screen for all of us to read it together. Section 24 of the Cyber Crimes Act, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 24 sub 1 reads, a person who knowingly sends message or other matter by means of computer system or network that is grossly offensive, pornographic, or of an indecent, obscene, or menacing character, or causes any such message to be so sent, or B, he knows it to be false for the purpose of causing annoyance, inconvenience, danger, obstruction, insult, injury, criminal intimidation, enmity, hatred, ill will, or needless anxiety to another, or causes such a message to be sent, commits an offense under this act and is liable on conviction to a fine of not more than 7 million naira or imprisonment for a term of not more than 3 years or both. Section 24 sub 2 of the same act, that is the Cyber Crimes Act, provides a person who knowingly or intentionally transmits or causes the transmission of any communication through a computer system or network, A, to bully, threaten, or harass another person, where such communication places another person in fear of death, violence, or bodily harm to another person, B, containing any threat to kidnap any person, or any threats to harm the person of another, any demand or request for a ransom for the release of any kidnapped person, or to extort from any person firm, association, or corporation, any money or other thing of value, commits an offense and is liable on conviction to imprisonment for a term of 10 years or a minimum of 25 million naira fine. So the language of that legislation is very clear. It shows that if you record, like in this case, the Tiwa Savage's case, if you have an affair with someone and you record secretly what happened between you and the person, and in this case, the person that did the recording has carefully removed his face from it and only has the face of Tiwa Savage and the other parts of Tiwa Savage's body. And then he uses that to intimidate Tiwa Savage. Remember, Tiwa had come out to say that she's being intimidated by this person. She's being bullied to part with money, to do this and that, and so on. And so once that is the intention for recording that moment that you had with another person, so your intention is to use it and intimidate her. Your intention is to use it to bully her to perpetually be your slave. Your intention is to use it to extort money from her. Like many other instances, reasons like that. Now there are consequences in law. And as read in that section 24, sub 1, sub 2 of the Cybercrimes Act, that action, the name given to all that action is known as cyber stalking. So a person that does this, if he is arrested, taken to the court, evidence provided before the court, and you are found guilty, convicted, you're going to be sentenced to years of imprisonment and made to pay huge sums of money. As you saw it being read there, the sums of money are huge, 7 million naira, 25 million naira, depending on the circumstance. So the fund that some persons seem to have to record people in their weakest moments and then use it to extort money from them with threats that you're going to post it to the internet. If you have ever been a victim of such threat, all you need to do is to get to the nearest office of the DSS, report the matter to the DSS officially, and then the DSS launches an investigation into the matter and then gets the person arrested. Once the person is arrested, the evidence is taken from him and then presented to the court of law for prosecution. If the evidence is solid enough to show that he is the person that actually did the recording, or he is using a recorded moment to threaten you, to harass you, and so on, then that person will certainly fall against the provisions of Section 24 of the Cybercrimes Act laws of the Federation of Nigeria. It can be prosecuted by any prosecuting agency of the federal government of Nigeria to show to the court that this person had committed this offense and that the person deserves to be sent to prison and also made to pay fine. In law, you can be made to pay fine and also go to prison. So two things. When you are sentenced to both, then it means that you're going to serve out your prison term and you're also going to pay fine. If you don't pay the fine, even after serving the prison term, you won't be allowed to leave the prison custody. So I just hope that people will get to understand these things, the way it is. Now, there's another legal issue in this matter. What happens if the video was leaked by Tiwa Savage herself? That's the question that a lot of people are asking. If the video was leaked by Tiwa Savage herself, Tiwa cannot sue anybody for defamation of her character, because the law does not contemplate you suing yourself. You cannot sue yourself. You can only sue somebody whose conduct you are complaining of. And so the conduct here is the leaking of the video to the internet. If the leaking was done by Tiwa herself, then that was ill-advised because Tiwa cannot sue anybody for defamation of her character. But Tiwa can still maintain an action in crime against the person that did the recording and who did not stop at the recording but still went ahead to bully her to make her submissive to him and keep giving the same thing to the person, and also bully her to make money from it with the threat that it's going to be published. So Tiwa can maintain a criminal action against the person. But the civil action, the thought of defamation, which means the publication of something offensive, Tiwa cannot take any action against anybody if the video was leaked by her. I do hope that Nigerian citizens will understand that there are provisions of law covering basically everything that we do in society on a daily basis. I do also hope that you'll be careful so as not to fall on the wrong side of the law. For those of you that are politicians, I hope you know that if you are convicted, once you become an ex-convict in this country, it will be difficult for you to contest and be elected to public office. It might also be difficult for you to gain employment in some places or to even have contracts, with some very institutions of government. So I do hope you've learned one or two things here. Thank you for watching. My name is Ekeminudim. I'm a legal practitioner. I am the host of this very channel. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel so that from time to time we can send you notifications on every video that is loaded to the internet. Thank you very much, and do remain blessed.